Hi friends. Hi friends. Next point from the transition and inner transition elements is we'll discuss about the physical properties of transition elements. Already discussed atomic and ionic radii, and in this video we'll discuss metallic characters of the transition elements and its ionization enthalpy. Now I will start for the metallic characters. You know that due to the low ionization enthalpy. And next point I will explain what is meant by ionization enthalpy. Because of the low ionization enthalpy and presence of maximum unpaired electron in n-1d orbital, that means penultimate shell, those elements are hard and all are metal. That's why transition elements are metals. All transition elements are metals because it contains exception. तुम्हाला माहिती का ते हार्ड असतात, फक्त एक्सेप्शन केस आहे झिंक, कॅडमियम आणि मर्क्युरी हे सॉफ्ट असतात कारण त्यांचं डी ऑर्बिटल असतं, ते फुलफिल असतं, त्यांच्याकडे कुठल्याही प्रकारचे अनपेड इलेक्ट्रॉन प्रेझेंट नसतात. दॅट मीन्स व्हॉट यू कॅन सिम्पली से दॅट तुमचे डी म्हणजे ट्रान्झिशन सिरीज मधले एलिमेंट्स किंवा जे काही डी ब्लॉक मधले एलिमेंट्स असतील तर ते सर्व मेटल्स असतात. ऑल ट्रान्झिशन एलिमेंट्स आर मेटल. I already told you low ionization enthalpy and vacant d orbital in the outermost shell are responsible for the metallic character of the transition element. The hard nature of these elements to formation of covalent bonds. The hard nature of this element, that's why it can form covalent bond in this possible due to the presence of unpaired electrons, that means single electrons present in the its outermost shell. All transition elements can form SCP, CCP, BCC, crystal lattice. Already these points already discussed in chapter number 1 of the solid state. फिजिकल केमिस्ट्रीच्या चॅप्टर मध्ये आपण ऑलरेडी डिस्कस केलेले आहे की जे ऑल मेटल्स कॅन फॉर्म HCP, CCP, BCC, दॅट मीन्स हेक्सागोनल क्लोज पॅक, cubic close pack or body center cubic. All the crystal lattice can form. When melting point, what about the melting point? Maximum number of unpaired electron present in the metal in the d orbital in its outermost shell, at that time its a melting point is maximum. But when number of unpaired electron decreases, melting point also decreases. That's why down the group, that means in a group from top to bottom, periodic table, in a periodic table from top to bottom, what happened? Melting point decreases because number of unpaired electron decreases. The unpaired electron maximum for the chromium, molybdenum and tungsten. Chromium, molybdenum and tungsten, there are show highest melting point because it contains maximum unpaired electron up to D5. Okay, 5 electrons, that's why it's a melting point maximum, and then go to decreases as the atomic number increases down the group, melting point decreases. Transition metal shows magnetic property. Already all the three magnetic property already discussed in solid state chapter. There are 3 types of magnetic properties: paramagnetic, diamagnetic and ferromagnetic. आता paramagnetic, when magnetic field is applied, substances which are attracted towards the applied magnetic field are called as a paramagnetic. Which element shows paramagnetic property? Those elements contains unpaired electron, and when you can apply the magnetic field is applied to the substance which can attract it towards the magnetic field. Those substance which can attract it towards the magnetic field because it contains unpaired electrons, that's why it is called as a paramagnetic. And diamagnetic substance, that means what? Which can repel those substance which can repel the magnetic field, it is called as a diamagnetic substances because it does not contain any unpaired electrons. You must remember what I am saying. When you can apply the substance, when you can apply the magnetic field, at that time the substances which can attract the magnetic field, it is called as a paramagnetic, and those substances which can repel the magnetic field, it is called as a diamagnetic. Why paramagnetic substances attract the magnetic field? Because it contains unpaired electron, and diamagnetic substance which does not contain any unpaired electron, that's why it can repel the magnetic field. Then ferromagnetic field, then ferromagnetic properties, that means what? The some substances are attracted strongly towards the magnetic field, it is called as a ferromagnetic, and it is permanent, and those substances are contains maximum unpaired electron, it can show ferromagnetic properties. How can calculate the magnetic property किंवा magnetic movement? How can calculate? This is the formula for the magnetic movement. Mu is equal to under square root of n plus 2 Bohr magneton. You can calculate with the help of the spin only formula, and the spin only formula, it is only applicable for the first transition element. It is not applicable for the second, third transition elements. It is applicable only for the first transition elements, and the spin only formula for the first transition series is how can calculate the magnetic moment. It is very simple one. Mu is equal to under square root of n plus 2 Bohr magneton, where n is equal to what? N is equal to number of unpaired electron. N is equal to what? Number of unpaired electron there. Mu is the magnetic moment. How can calculate the magnetic moment? Where mu is the magnetic moment, n is the number of unpaired electron. If your ions or substance contains one unpaired electron, then you can put here mu is equal to, here n is number of unpaired electrons, so 1 plus 2 is equal to under square root of 3, and under square root of 3 is equal to 1.73 Bohr magneton. The unit of the magnetic moment is Bohr magneton. Similarly, when unpaired electron is n is equal to 2, at that time you can put the n is equal to 2, then n is equal to 2, so it is 4 plus 2, 6 into 2, 12, under square root of 12 is 2.84 Bohr magneton. Like that, n is equal to 3, at that time you can put here n is equal to 3, n is equal to 3, so this is n is equal to 3, the 5 into 3, 15, under square root of 15 is 3.87 Bohr magneton. Then n is equal to 4, how can calculate the magnetic movement? N is equal to 4, at that time you can put here n is equal to 4, so 4 plus 2, 6 into 4, 24, so under square root of 24 is 4.90 Bohr magneton. Then n is equal to 5, n is equal to 5, so here under square root of what? 5 plus 2, 7, 7 into 5, 35, under square root of 35 is 5.92 Bohr magneton. Like that, you can calculate the magnetic moment of the first transition series with the help of the spin only formula. Okay, you can calculate for the any element. You can take here one example for the calculate the magnetic moment. You can take here scandium in 2 plus, and you can calculate the magnetic moment. I can take here cation scandium 2 plus. You know that. What is the electronic configuration for the, what is the atomic number for the scandium? The scandium is 21 atomic number. This is 3D series element. That's why I can write down the formula, electronic configuration for this argon 18, then 3D, and then 4s2. Okay. Scandium is 21. You know that this is 3D series element, that's why you must write down the electronic configuration of this 3D series elements with respect to argon. So argon 18, 4s2, that means 20, and here 1 electron, that means 3d1. But atomic number for this scandium is 2 plus, its oxidation state is 2 plus, that means what? Scandium can lose 2 electrons from its s orbital, and it can form 2 plus oxidation state. So what will we get here? Simply its electronic configuration is argon 18, 3d 1, 4s 0. That means here D1 system here, That means here you can fill up the electron in the d orbital. You can see here 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. There are 5 orbitals, but only in d orbital only 1 electrons. That means you can simply say that in scandium 2 plus cation only 1 unpaired electron, and you want to calculate the magnetic moment, so you can simply use the formula n plus 2 Bohr magneton, where n is equal to number of unpaired electron. Here only 1 unpaired electron, so you can put the value in this formula. So 1 plus 2, what will you get here? Under square root of 3, and you know that under square root of 3 is 1.73 Bohr magneton. So that means you can simply say that the magnetic moment for this scandium 2 plus is 1.73 Bohr magneton. Similarly, you can calculate the magnetic moment for the manganese, and you know that manganese present in a 2 plus oxidation state. You want to calculate the magnetic moment for the Mn2 plus. You know that what is the atomic number for the manganese? Manganese atomic number is 25, and it is 3D series elements. So that's why I must write down the argon 18. Then next there are how many electrons left there? Okay, next one is 3D 5, then 4s2. So argon 18, s2 20, and d is 5. So my atomic number is 25, but oxidation state is 2 plus. That means manganese can lose electron from its outermost shell. Only 2 electrons there. So remaining electrons how much? Here in d system there are 5 electrons, and you know that in d orbital contains 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. There are 5 electrons in its d orbital. So that means what? There are 5 unpaired electrons, and I can use this spin only formula for calculate the magnetic moment. It is the mu is equal to under square root of n plus n 2 Bohr magneton. So n is 5. So what will you get here? 5 plus 2. So what will you get here? Under square root of 35, and under square root of 35 is, you can see in log table, it is 5.92 Bohr magneton. Like that you can calculate with the help of spin only formula magnetic moment for the first transition elements, and if there is no any unpaired electron, then its magnetic moment is for the zinc. You can take here zinc 2 plus. Okay, you want to calculate the magnetic moment for the zinc 2 plus. You know that zinc is 30. Its electronic configuration what? Argon 18, 4s2, 3d 10, like that. So first electron, 2 electron for the zinc 2 plus, 2 electron lost from the s orbital, 2 electrons lost from the s orbital. Its electronic configuration what? Argon 18, 3d 10 and 4s 0. In d orbital 10 electrons there. In d orbital you can write down here 10 electrons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. There is no any unpaired electron. You can see the zinc 2 plus, there is no any unpaired electron. That's why n is equal to 0, and you want to calculate with the help of by spin only formula n plus 2, n is equal to 0. That means what? N is equal to 0. That means what? Mu is equal to 0. Mu is equal to 0. Its magnetic moment is 0 when there is no any unpaired electron. Okay, when maximum unpaired electron there, maximum magnetic moment there. And next video we will discuss ionization enthalpy in next video.